All right, they're going to start the national anthem. So, well, await the national anthem here. Okay. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars rule the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets riding, the most bursting in came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. That's not how I wanted to start the live, but because usually they don't show the national anthem on TV, but this is a big game here, guys. Let's go. All right. All right. What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing on this Monday night? Honestly, I haven't put that much thought into this game, man. I've just been kind of going with the week, watching these crazy games. A lot of them were close, except for the one last night, really. But a lot of these were very close games, and that's something that's awesome to watch, man. Just as a football fan, you know. Okay, we got everything set now. Got my blanket. That's a terrible towel over here. Let's see. Can't do it backwards. Huh? Let's go. We're ready. We're ready over here. See, and the Steelers have been in the playoffs the past few years, it seems like. However, this one is at Heinz Field at home. So it's different. And I tell you this, with how wide open the AFC is, all they need is one. All they need is one playoff win to get a legit shot to potentially go into the Super Bowl. Because the AFC is just so unpredictable right now. People were saying that Jacksonville was probably the hottest team in the NFL, and they probably were, right? They lost in the first round. So it's wide open. But honestly, the team that scares me the most just so happens to be the Houston Texans. So there you go on that. Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to need it, Andrew. Going up against the number one defense in the NFL tonight. But, hey, it's Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's known for their defense. So, come on, man. Come on. You know what? I called that one. I said the Eagles were going to lose at home. I said it. Honestly, the 2-6 seeds won yesterday. So, I mean, that doesn't happen that often. But, I mean, Bills are a really good 6 seed. Honestly, I just thought the Eagles were a little bit fraudulent. I was saying that for the majority of the season, and they were. So, I'm not too surprised that the Eagles got eliminated in the first round because I kind of predicted them to be first round exits. And I forgot how long they've been doing a wild card round with a Monday Night Football game. It's only been a few years, right? Really, since they started the 7th seed. And here we go. Steelers will be getting the ball first. We have kickoff is underway with a little bit of fog from the pyrotechnics, and it's going to be caught inside the 5, and then Warren goes backwards and takes the knee. So I believe they're going to take it from the 20. Now, back in the day, that used to be a safety, but with this whole rule change, since we're just changing up the kickoff rules every single season now, that's considered a touchback. So, yeah, the Steelers will be taking it from the 20. Aaron about to take his first snap in the playoffs as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Jaylen Warren is in the backfield. You have Skoranek on the outside. Motions in, handoff play to Warren, breaks a free and gets a first down, and that's what you want to see. Let's go. Good start. That's the guy they're going to have to rely on in this game. They're going to have to rely on that duo, Kenny G and Jaylen Warren. They're going to have to rely on those guys. DK is back, and that is huge for the Steelers wide receiving core. It struggled the 2 weeks that he wasn't there. His presence or lack of presence was being felt the last 2 weeks. Skoranek in motion. He moves towards the inside. Rodgers in shotgun. Warren motions as well. He gets it. It's going to be a quick pass to DK. He gets some blocks up front, gets the first down, and that is another Pittsburgh Steelers first down. Let's go. They get it to him right away on the second play. There was nothing fancy about that play. Just get it to your number one receiver, Skoranek, and Austin with some good blocks up front too. I got to share the screen over here. There we go. And that's that. All right. Frymouth in the game, I believe, for his first snap. They're going to give it once again. Jaylen Warren tries to make a move, then gets tackled near midfield. So it's going to be a very short gain for Jaylen Warren there. And there's a lot of stories here, man. Houston has never in their existence won a playoff game on the road. So that's something to take into consideration for the Houston Texans side. For the Steelers side, they haven't lost a Monday Night Football game at home since 1991. Second and 9. Austin motioning. Aaron going to hand it off once again. Jaylen Warren gets down at around the 49. So it's going to be third and about manageable. 3rd and 7 for the Steelers. Let's see, where's my water at? Let's see how the headsets are going to be working this tonight for the Steelers. Last week, there was a little bit of confusion with the headsets for the Steelers. Oh, Texans shaking up. Well, yeah, so we've had this Arthur Smith experiment for it's his second season. And honestly, I think I've seen enough of Arthur Smith. Just the play calling, a lot of it You get a wild card when you get Arthur Smith because sometimes he does make some really good play calls, but then there's times where he makes just absolute garbage play calls. So, you can't really have that. Okay, it looks like they moved the ball back a little bit. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 50. Steelers have been outscored 73-0 in the last 6 playoff games in the first quarter. Gainwell moves in as a receiver. They get it off at 2. Texans bring 4. Rodgers throws it incomplete. He was looking for Kenny G, and there was some miscommunication there. Rodgers is not happy after that. I mean, it looked like he probably had some more time to throw the ball, right? I think he could have held on to the football a little bit longer. But it was just more miscommunication. What's up, Hectic? Appreciate it. We're going to need that luck. This one's a good punt from Waitman. Fair caught at the 10. And that's where the Texans offense is going to be taking the field. So the Steelers had a really good first 2 plays and then just couldn't really get much after that. Things just kind of stalled out. Something definitely went wrong on that last play. That's for sure. I don't know if it was Kenny G not running the right route or if it was Aaron thinking something else. I don't know. Just seems like we get a lot of miscommunication this season. That's something you expect to see the first couple of weeks of the season, but it's been happening it's been happening every game for the Steelers, some sort of miscommunication on multiple occasions. But we know Houston has that really good defense. This game is going to rely on C.J. Stroud and what he can do, I believe, for the Texans. Because we already know it's going to be a tough matchup for that Steelers offense. So it's going to depend on the matchup between the Steelers defense and the Houston offense. Can the Steelers defense contain C.J. Stroud? We'll see. Injury hurt the momentum. Yeah, I mean, they didn't get a guard after that, so that's very true. I gotta get my charger. Oh, it's right here. So the winner of this game is going to play New England. Okay? Now, for those of you who don't know, that is one of my least favorite, if not my least favorite team in the NFL. For obvious reasons, if you know your stuff. So the Patriots are notoriously known for dominating the Steelers. Okay? Especially during the playoffs. So, needless to say, I want the Steelers to play New England. That is a team that I wanted them to play. But they have to get this one first. DeMeco Ryans a really good head coach. Towels are waving early over there in Pittsburgh. This is the advantage that they did not have in so many years. From the 10, they're going to give it to the running back, and he's going to run into a curtain at around the 15. I mean, that's a pretty solid game for Houston. If you guys remember, like mid-season, there was not so serious quarterback controversy between Davis Mills and C.J. Stroud. It was obviously for shotgun here. 2nd and 5. Stroud going to get it out. Deflected. And, incomplete. Wow. Joey Porter was on the coverage. It got deflected multiple times. Is that Nico Collins that is shaken up too? So there was about 3 players that had their chance to catch that ball. Wow. Good defense from JPJ too. Shoot, I forgot what I was saying before I even before the play. Oh well, towels are waving. That's what matters. 3rd and 5. Houston in shotgun from their own 15. Stroud drops back. He's gonna throw it down the field, and he's got a man open, and it is caught. They got to touch him, and they finally do. And that is a big play for Houston, which almost flips the field. Yeah, he got that. That's a catch. Well, they left the receiver open there. He caught that. That didn't. I don't think that hit the ground. He didn't get possession until he hit the ground, but the ball never touched the ground. Oh, a little bit of a slip there. It's going to be a run play and not much success. It's going to be a very short gain. Okay. I'm liking the speed and the determination I'm seeing from this defensive line. And the Steelers, there's been rumors that Deshaun Elliott, if they advance to the next round, that he might be able to play. He's been injured since, week 7, week 8? When they played the Packers, and it was a pretty serious injury that got him out for the season. But if the Steelers are able to make a bit of a push here, they can get him back. It's going to be another handoff play, and you have a bunch of Steelers right there. Cameron Hayward, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith in on the tackle. And that's going to bring up another 3rd down. But the first 3rd down didn't go too great. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And one of the biggest struggles for the Steelers has actually been the rush defense. It's weird, though. They've played some really good running backs, and they've done well. You know, like they did good against the Lions, and they got Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery. That's one of the dangerous duos in the league. Clock at 1-0. That should be a delay of game unless they call the timeout. Looks like it's going to be a timeout. All right, make them burn their timeouts. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Of course, you want the delay of game, but you make them use one of their timeouts. Make them waste one of those timeouts. Damn, I'm kind of worried about this 3rd down. I guess because of the last one, man. Oh, nice. They got Pierre back too. Hey, no, but Joey Porter Jr., he's really shaping up as a really solid corner. Numbers-wise, he's actually one of the best corners in the NFL. From the 45, Stroud whistles blow. There's a flag. Is that going to be false start? Yes. False start. False start. Let's go. And home field advantage is being shown right now. Come on. Come on. Third and 11 from the 50. Steelers are going to bring some pressure. Stroud trying to get rid of it, and he does, but it is well short of the receiver. And the Steelers defense gets a stop. I'm liking this energy from not only the defense, but from the crowd. This is exactly what you want from both the crowd and from that defensive line. They're playing with some fire right now. Let's go. Let's go. All right, the punter, Townsend. He stumbled on its own, and that's not that good of a punt. He's running. The ref is still going up. Come on, just a little bit more. They say from the 30? Oh, at the 28. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. I mean, just 2 extra yards, make it a 30, I don't know. But this weekend of football was great, man. If you want to talk about the college football as well, I mean, we had 4 consecutive days. I guess this is the 5th consecutive day, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This is the 5th consecutive day that we get football. I mean, life is good. Life is good. I don't think I was able to watch too much of the Thursday game, but I did watch the majority of the Friday game. And that one was a pretty solid game. As for who's winning the Natty, I'm pulling a little bit for Indiana just because that school isn't a football school, and it's always nice to see a different team. I mean, they're a completely different team. I don't know if anybody really expected Indiana to be in the situation that they're in, even close to it. So I'm kind of pulling for them a little bit. Let's see how they do. I mean, Miami's looking really good, especially when you got Michael Irvin on the sideline. I mean, that guy could pump up anybody. I mean, he'd be a good hype man to have around you, Michael Irvin. But he folds in the postseason. Ooh. Okay. Last season, I would agree. This year, I don't know, man. He didn't really get much protection. Honestly, it was sad watching that game. Just Herbert struggling the entire time. Herbert himself was a little bit banged up going into the game. They just weren't there on offense. They weren't. And offensive line got injured. And like they were saying on the broadcast yesterday, the Chargers tried to give Herbert some protection, and they did, but just injuries. Injuries happen. So they still need to make a couple of moves, man, for the Chargers. Because those Broncos are legit. From the 28, it's going to be a bit of a bootleg. Rodgers scrambling, now going to throw it middle of the field. DK Metcalf past the 50, down inside the 50. Steelers are now in Houston territory, and that is another Steelers first down. Oh, they're hitting DK right now. Look at the mobility from the 40-plus-year-old quarterback, too. I've been hearing all week that the Steelers don't stand a chance because of the lack of mobility from Rodgers. Now he's going to float one to Metcalf. Once again, there was contact, and the flag is thrown. Okay. Pass interference on Houston. Unless they're going to say OPI. We've seen a lot of offensive pass interference from Steeler games for some reason. All right. And guys, this first quarter is huge. I say that because the Steelers always find themselves down by 3 possessions in these playoff games. So this first half is huge because usually the Steelers start off extremely slow and work from behind. That's why early lead is important here. They give it. Kenny G has space up front and picks up about 6. But yeah, that Sunday night game was sad. It really was. And, the games are so good this weekend that's easily the worst game. Rogers calling something at the line here. Thielen in motion. He's going to give it. Gainwell gets the first down. Fights to around the 20. Almost at that red zone. I'm liking the space that the O-line is given for these runners. The protection is there. 1st and 10 from the 21. Aaron looking right now, looking left. He's going to float one left to Smith, and it's going to be incomplete. Bryant was on Smith, and it was, I guess it would have been a bit of a 50-50 ball, just a little bit overthrown. Okay. Rogers looking. He's going to throw it. Austin, another miscommunication there. Something was just off. I don't know if it was the route or what. I kind of want to see the replay on that one. Because Austin was covered very well. And surprised with how good the running game's been. They just completely abandoned it the last 2 plays where they've been doing really good in the run game. 4 receivers set. Rogers by himself in the backfield. They get it off right on time. Houston brings 4. They get it out, complete to MVS, and it's going to be a few yards short of the first down. And I'd say take the points here. It's 4th and 3. Take the points. There's no reason to risk it right now. You just want to get the lead. Especially since you haven't scored any sort of points in the first quarter in 6 playoff games. This to at least defeat that streak from 32. It's up, and it is good. Steelers up 3-0 with 6:02 left in the first quarter. And that's the first time in almost 10 years that they score in the first quarter. That is insane. But hey, Boswell back on track with that field goal. I know it was only 32 yards, but made field goal is a made field goal. And by the way, the snap looked a little bit off too. It didn't look like it was a perfect snap or anything like that. It looked like it was a bit of a struggle. Doesn't look like there's a significant amount of wind, at least not yet. I didn't check exactly what the weather was out there, but apparently it is pretty cold, and it should be cold in January in Pittsburgh, especially at the time it starts. Which I've said this before, and I'll say it, I'm sure, many times more. I like I'd much prefer to get up at 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday than to stay up till 8 p.m. and watch a football game, man. You know, it's crazy. I mean, if I worked later in the day, I guess it really wouldn't matter to me, but still. Honestly, probably the Central Time has the best, though, because what, they start at 12, right? Something like that. So Central Time's all right, too. I think this time of the year, Arizona's an hour ahead or something like that. There's still water in there. It's not completely frozen. Look at the three bridges. Yeah, I've never been, but the Steelers have been posting like some hype packages and views of the city and stuff. It looks like a really, really nice city. Kickoff from Boswell is gonna drop at the 5, and it's gonna be returned. And he's gonna get tackled at around the 25.5-yard line. The regular season went by very fast. I'm not gonna exaggerate and make it seem like, oh, it felt like just yesterday that the season just started. I'm not gonna exaggerate like that. I'll say it felt like a month and a half or so since the season has started. Okay, I'm not gonna over exaggerate. Say like, it felt like it was just yesterday. You know. But yeah, man, this season really flew by. And honestly, it's one of the best seasons I've watched as a fan. 1st and 10, Steelers bring 4. CJ Stroud gets rid of it to Collins. And okay. Looks like a pretty clear catch. I guess Ramsey was trying to say it was an incomplete. Yeah, that's a pretty clear catch there. Oh, that was to Idale. Oh, no, that was to Collins. So I was getting a 4 on the last one. We're going to hand it off, and there is some space, and that's going to be close to the first down marker if he didn't get it. And they're going to say he got 5, saying that he was short of the marker. Wow. And honestly, the whole story for the Texans, it has been this offense. Their defense has been good all year. All right, 3rd and 1. Definitely going to run it here, and they do. And he's able to fight for the first down. That was a good run by Marks. See, that's right. That's why it's good to run the football, even when everybody in the building knows. Why? Because it's the best possible play to run. An inside run or a QB sneak, not an outside toss like we saw last week from Arthur Smith. Texans give it once again and get another couple of yards, probably about 4 once again. This might go who got the ball last wins the game. Yeah, that might be true. Honestly, as long as the Steelers are in the game, they have a shot to win. Okay. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to throw a screen to Collins, and he's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down marker. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 for Houston. I mean, sure, so far, it's been a bit of a different story for this Steelers team in the playoffs. Usually we see something a little bit worse. Still early, though. I'm liking this, the crowd, man. They're in shotgun. Steelers bring 5. CJ gets it out. Middle of the field, caught, complete. First down, Houston. They were fighting for it. Pierre did end up with the football, but it was already called a completed catch. Let's see if this is worth reviewing. I don't think it is, though. Pierre was just playing super far back, wasn't he? Because the receiver never got past Pierre. It was just a in route. But Pierre was playing so far back that it was just super easy for them. Give it to Mark. It's going to be a flea flicker. Sawyer on the pressure. It's going to be a fumble. And it's going to be recovered by the Steelers. Splash play for the Steelers. That is Jack Sawyer on the fumble and the hit. And we know Sawyer can make big plays in big time games, and he does it right there. Let's go. Let's go, man. Yeah, that was a fumble. It doesn't matter, though, even if they call it a... Even if they called it a forward pass, it was caught before it hit the ground. And I remember the first time I watched Jack Sawyer was it the semifinals of last year in the college football playoff where he had that I don't know if it was a fumble or an interception for a touchdown. That was the first time I watched him, and when the Steelers drafted him, I'm like, okay, they got themselves a good ball player, man. And he's been put in. He's been having to start some of these games down the stretch, and I mean, he's performed. I know he's not a starter in this game, but when his number's called, he's been there. He's been making plays. I mean, it is crazy, the Steelers defensive line. They got Alex Highsmith. They got Cam Hayward, who's actually been balling this year, just completely out of nowhere. Obviously, TJ Watt and Jack Sawyer, man. Jack Sawyer. Yeah, they are. It's just the intensity is there right now. You know, the secondary is struggling, but you got the defensive line that's performing. So hopefully the secondary could get it going a little bit better. Whoa. Just dropped my phone, man. What the heck happened? Feeling good so far. Feeling pretty good, guys. What I expect out of this Steelers offense is to run the football on this drive. I don't know why they abandoned it towards the end of the drive last time, but it's working. I mean, if you want to get DK going, get DK going. Go right on ahead. He already has 2 receptions, I believe. Oh, wow. That was his first fumble of the year in the postseason. Okay, Steelers are going to take it from pretty close to midfield, and they're going to run the football. Jalen Warren maybe fought back to the line of scrimmage. That's being kind of generous there. Okay, they're showing the replay of Sawyer. And the flea flicker's a fun play to watch, man, but it can be risky because it takes a long time for it to develop. So now 2nd and 10 after the run that stalled out at 1. They get it off right in time. Rodgers dropping back. Has time to throw. Now he's going to get rid of it to Metcalf, and he drops it. Oh, man. He was open, and it was a great throw from Rodgers. Let's see exactly what happened. He had him beat. I don't know if his hands weren't in the right position and not make that catch. That's really the only thing I could see. Because his position and everything was great. So now 3rd and 10 for the Steelers. Aaron gets rid of it. MVS, and that's going to be a Steelers drive that's going to stall out. Wow. Man. Damn, man, that drop. So DK has had some open space, so that's something to that's at least one bright side, I guess. This one, a good pump from Waitman. It's actually going to be returned, and he runs out of bounds at the 9. He was just going to let it go, but realized that it wasn't going to bounce into the end zone. Okay, first 4 seasons, he was 5-2 in the playoffs. Since then, he is 3-9, and Mike Tomlin has. We talk about Mike Tomlin, right? Talk about him never having a losing season. Ironically, he has a below 500 record in the postseason, which I think is kind of funny. 1st and 10 for the Texans. It's going to be a play action, pressure coming. He gets it out to his tight end, which is a nice play from C.J. Stroud. And that's a gain of 9 for Houston. That was a good awareness from CJ. They say a gain of 8, and that's going to take it to the end of the first quarter. And for the first time, that the Steelers are not outscored in that first quarter. Yeah, 3 and out after a turnover. That is not good. That is not good. Oh, man, that reminds just the Chargers yesterday. They had a turnover. I believe it was a fumble as well. They were in the red zone. They started that drive in the red zone. They came out with no points. None at all. Honestly, at that point, that's when I'm like, all right, you know what? I don't think the Chargers are going to come out with this win. That's what that told me. That was just bad. I was really impressed with New England's defense yesterday. And Drake May had a pretty solid day too. Honestly, they just settled for a lot of field goals, I guess. That's really the only thing that they did bad yesterday. But all in all, it was a pretty dominant win. And what happened in that game is kind of what I expected. It was pretty close. I think it was within a possession or so, or 3. I think it was 6-3 after halftime. And then the Patriots slowly started to take over the game, and they did. It's one of those games where It wasn't a blowout, but you know what team had control over it. And that team was New England. I like that little field that they have outside of the stadium. It's just a little miniature field. What's cool about that one, too, is that they literally have the end zones painted as well. All right, so we're waiting the first play of the second quarter. Found with the Houston, you have a problem sign, and I like that sign. Stroud, oh, there's a fumble, bad snap. Stroud gets rid of it, and oh, that was a dangerous play for the Texans right there. Looked like it was a low snap. Oh, no, he just dropped it. There was nothing wrong with that snap. He just dropped it. Wow. Unless, I don't know, maybe they said it was on 2 or something like that. That's definitely on CJ. 3rd and 2. He's scrambling. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be complete. Runs out of bounds. First down, Kirk. Gosh, the defensive line is doing so well, but the secondary is just struggling here. And I know it happened once, but I don't know if it was the case on that play too. That their corners are playing so far back. 1st and 10, Houston from their 20. Tight end in motion. It's going to be a play action. Pressure coming once again. He's going to float one. Incomplete. They're looking for a flag. There is no flag thrown. And I know I've said I really like the Texans jerseys, their new ones. Or I guess they're not that new, right? Been around for, 2 seasons? I'm not like that big of a fan of their road jerseys. Honestly, I like their 2 alternates better. Stroud dropping back, throws the middle of the field, and that is the bread and butter. That is the Steelers' weakness. He finds Nico Collins for a first down. Middle of the field. Yeah, man. Now that's a good stuff from CJ. And this is the most life that the Texans offense has had. And he's able to bounce off a tackle and get about a yard or 2 extra. Queen just trying to get the hit stick there, man. Yeah. Marks was running strong and then just ran over Queen pretty much, almost. Second and 4. They're going to give it. Mark once again. He tried to get to the outside, but it is stopped by Nick Herbig at the line of scrimmage. All right. Okay. All right. This feels like what the Steelers' weakness is, and that's 3rd down. Come on. Yeah, Houston 4 for 5 and 3rd down conversions in this game. That is not good from the Steelers defense. Steelers are bringing 4 at the line. Stroud scrambling and throws it. They're going to say complete for a first down. Yeah, it looked like a pretty low throw. And yeah, that's a catch. What's up with this third down defense, man? They can't stop a third down. Houston now 5 for 6 on third downs. Like, come on. We're going to run the ball here, and that's a good, solid run from Nick Chubb, former Cleveland Brown. Chubb was a really good back for the Browns, man. It was really just the injury, I believe, that caused the Browns to not re-sign him or anything like that. So 2nd and 1. Houston really starting to move the ball here in Steeler territory. They're going to give it to Chubb once again. Chubb gets the first down, fighting for some extra yards, and forward progress is called at around the 40. Yeah, I thought he was with Houston. I actually kind of forgot that he was with the Texans. Okay, they're really run heavy on this drive. Let's see if they continue to go with it. They give it to Chubb again, straight up the middle, and Queen able to make the tackle. Still a gain of about 7. I mean, surprisingly, they just started to go to Chubb, and that's been working every single play. Defense has been out there a long time because they can't get off the field. I mean, there was multiple third down conversions in this drive. Tight end in motion, moves to the right. Another give this time. Oh, he has space. Gets a juke, still on his feet, then falls pretty much on his own. Good run from Marks, man. Come on. Now they can't stop the run. I mean, Ramsey just flew by him. Ramsey flew right by Woody Marks on that one. 8 rushes for 44 yards. He's averaging 5.5 yards a carry. Marks in the backfield once again, and they're just continuing to run this football. And again, still working like crazy. Injured player. Oh, Marks is now injured. Damn. I mean, yeah, they can't stop the third down. I don't know what it is. But this is a pretty lengthy drive from Houston. That's for sure. So it's interesting that they came out with the schedule for next week, but no time frames or even the networks. I don't think I've seen that happen before. I know they're going to do it after the game, but usually they have at least the time slots for those games, but I guess they're waiting for whichever matchup. I don't know. Honestly, if it's Steelers Ravens, if it's Steelers Patriots, I wouldn't be too surprised if they do that at the late game on Sunday. Honestly, I'm cool with either or on Sunday because the first game starts at noon, so that doesn't really bother me that much. I actually kind of like that time slot. It's either noon or 3:30, something like that. That's pretty much how Championship Sunday goes. So that schedule is for next Sunday too. So yeah, or for this Sunday, I should say. And then Saturday, I think it's just 1:00 and 5:00. Yeah, see, so I'm fine with either or. It doesn't really matter. It's a late game regardless, for us at least, because we're so used to 10:00 games. So nonetheless, it's going to be a either early afternoon game or a late afternoon to evening game. So I don't mind it. Second and 3 for Houston. They're in shotgun. Fakes the toss. Now rolling. He's going to throw it wide open to his receiver for a touchdown. That is Kirk. Oh, that was way too easy, guys. They couldn't get off the field on that drive. That's really the takeaway on that one. They couldn't get off the field. And there wasn't really anybody on Kirk either. I mean, I guess Sawyer was on him, a lineman. Extra point is up, and it is good. So it's 7-3, Houston. 8:28 left in the second quarter. I mean, like, what kind of scheme was that? I'm not sure if it was just a zone defense or man defense. Regardless, I mean, you're going to have – that was a terrible position to be in. Eccles was the only corner around, and he had to run from practically midfield to try to chase Kirk. It's so weird getting a Monday Night Football game on for the playoffs. It's a little strange. I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest, I'm not like too crazy about it. I mean, I like Monday Night Football, but I don't know. Right now, I'm only liking it because of one stat and one stat only that I will not say anymore throughout the rest of life. At least I hope not, because I don't want to jinx it anymore. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind Saturday games being 3 games and then Sunday being 3 games as well. Hey, who would have thought that Rams game on Saturday would have been a close game like it was? I thought that game was going to be a blowout. Maybe not a blowout, but at least a 2-possession game. I thought the Rams were going to win pretty convincingly, and that wasn't the case. It looked like the Rams were actually going to lose for a second. They got PNC Park, showing PNC Park. That is known as one of the best MLB parks in the MLB too. All right, kickoff by Fairbairn is away and is going to be returned at the 14. Kenny G has some blocks and is going to run out of bounds. Pretty good return from Kenny G right there. Well, man, I wouldn't mind going to PNC Park. That looks like a nice ballpark round. All right, so far, Aaron, 50% complete percentage, 4 for 8, 54 yards. So we play action pressure coming. They're going to go screen to Johnny Smith. He tries to make a move. And honestly, I think that cost him a yard or two. Because that just kind of made him stationary for a few seconds. And those few seconds cost him. I think. I don't know. Steelers go no huddle after that play, which is interesting. 2nd and 10. Hard count from Rodgers, which is something he likes to do as a Steeler. Get it? Another play action. Pressure coming once again, and he's just going to have to throw it away. Rodgers gets hit, and they throw the flag. Oh, intentional grounding. Damn it. Damn, he had no time at all to throw the football. I don't know what that was. I mean, nobody picked him up, nothing like that. My guess was a design screen, but there was no sign of any blocks up front, so that couldn't have been a design screen. That was just either somebody missed their assignment or there was just nobody on the assignment. Either way, Steelers are 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions, which is almost the complete opposite of Houston's side. 3rd and 21. Houston bring a couple. They're going to have to rely on Kenny G to make a crazy play, and he picks up quite a bit of yards, but that's definitely not going to be good enough for the first down. So that's going to be a 3-and-out for the Steelers. I mean, that was a gain of 11. Waitman with the punt. And it's going to roll inside the 20, down at right around the 19, maybe 18. We're pretty decent apart from Waitman, I think. But now the Steelers offense starting to struggle here. And they didn't even try to run the football on that drive. Not even once. I mean, so far it's kind of been the game that a lot of people have expected, so. I mean, hey, man. Houston has the best defense in the league. Okay, they're ranked number 1. My real concern right now is with the Steelers' defense, actually. Their inability to get a stop on 3rd down. That is a little bit crazy. I mean, that last drive was just bad. I guess you could say the same thing for the offense, too, but man. This secondary is getting I mean, receivers, tight ends are just getting reception on reception on the Steelers secondary. But this is the best shot out of this losing streak that the Steelers have had in the playoffs. Well, I guess that's a lie. Excluding the loss against the Browns in the wild card round in 2020, right? This right here is a game I give them the best shot in. You know, I just try to forget about that loss to the Browns in the wild card round because that was embarrassing. Oh, that was one of the worst collapses I've ever seen. But we've seen a lot as Steeler fans too. All right, come on, defense. First down for Houston. It's going to be a handoff. Marks able to break a tackle, then swung down by Benton. Able to pick up around 4. Mark's still averaging around 5.5 yards. Or actually, exactly 5.5 yards. 10 rushes for 55 yards for Marks. $78 total yards for Houston on the ground. Oh, fumbles the snap once again of Stroud. Then he's going to fumble it once again. It's going to be scooped up by TJ. Wow, what is going on with CJ Stroud? That is my concern. But I'll take it, baby. That's a turnover. He fumbled the ball twice on that play. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Yeah, that's a fumble. Nice. That's the second time he wasn't able to get a snap. And they said on the broadcast he hadn't fumbled all year. So this is not a good start for CJ Stroud, even with the lead, but the Steelers have to capitalize on this. Starting this drive from the 21, Kenny G in the backfield. Should be a toss play. Kenny G just nowhere. Just nowhere. Damn it. I mean, he might have had a little bit of space if he cut back to the inside. That would have been tough too. Aaron gonna dunk it off to Gainwell, and it's nothing. Absolutely nothing there. Are you kidding me, man? Yeah, it was a completed pass that went back 2 yards. The obsession that the Steelers have with throwing these swing passes, man. Oh, for 3 at third down conversions. Can they get one? 3rd and 14. They're going to throw short of the sticks. Watch. From the 25, they're going to throw short of the sticks here. They bring 4. Rodgers. Jump pass. Oh, he stumbles. Kenny G tries to get the first down, and it is... I thought he was a yard short. They're going to mark him 2 yards short. I thought he was a yard short. Oh, and the Steelers are going to go for it here on 4th and 2. That Texan just kind of stumbled, and that's what caused the separation there. And the Steelers are going for it on 4th and 2. Rodgers by himself in the backfield. Looks like he's calling in Kenny G. And he does. And they fake the handoff. Thielen gets the first down. Nice. Nice. They need to get into the end zone after that turnover, man. You have to capitalize on Houston making their mistakes, so you got to be able to do it. First and goal, just try to run the football, man. Don't do anything too fancy. That was actually a solid play call there. I will say that. Pretty solid play call there. First and goal from the 9. Skoranek motioning around. It's going to be a handoff. Warren tries to get something. Might have gotten a little bit, maybe a yard. Honestly, this Texans defense is looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Now 2nd and goal after the 1-yard gain. Johnny Smith motions out. Fakes the handoff. Looking for something. Now he's going to scramble. Now he's going to go to the end zone. No, he's just going to throw it away. Nothing there for Aaron there. Oh, now there's a flag thrown. Are they going to call another intentional grounding? Oh, an eligible man downfield. Perfect. Oh, well, the penalty was declined because, I mean, they didn't get anything anyways. By the way, I think ESPN has one of the best score bugs out there, man. I like the look of it. NBC came out with a new one last night. All right, 3rd and goal from the 8. Aaron looking. Has to get rid of it. Cannot. He gets tripped and sacked. They just can't capitalize on the chances, man. Yeah, there wasn't really anybody open either. That's really what the problem is. Well, they're gonna have to settle for a field goal here. Well, 2-minute warning does hit too. 7-3 Houston. 2-minute warning of the first half. This offense cannot find anything right now. So it's Houston's defense that is looking really good, but their offense is very sloppy right now. So, I mean, do they fake the field goal here? Nah, just take the points, man. Just take the points. They might be at a premium today. But you know the Texans are going to make adjustments at halftime. So hopefully the Steelers do that as well. And yes, I'm putting emphasis in that because there have been quite a few games where teams made adjustments, and that was evident that the Steelers didn't in the halftime. 2 games that come to mind, obviously, is the game against Green Bay and the game against Buffalo. Which there was a little bit of talk about LaFleur being in some hot water with Green Bay, but those were debunked pretty quick as the Packers are apparently looking to extend LaFleur, their head coach, which honestly, I think he's a good head coach. They just kind of faced a lot of injuries this season, and I know you don't want to make that as a super crazy excuse, but they lost a lot of key players, including the best player that they have on the defensive side of the ball, and Micah Parsons. So, yeah, I don't know about extending him just yet, but at least give him another year because I think next season will be the last year of his contract. So at least give him that year. But there was a collapse, in the game on Saturday night. So, I mean, that's another thing to highlight too. That was a very winnable game for the Packers. 35-yarder for Boswell. Snap good. Kick is good. 7-6. Houston still has the lead. 1:57 left in the second quarter. It just kind of looked like he took his eye off the ball in that situation. Hey, on the bright side, at least it keeps the defense off the field, I guess. And that you can convert a fourth down. I that's the bright side. Defense takes a little bit more of a break. Trying to be at least somewhat positive here. But the Steelers have 2 turnovers with 6 points to show for it. That's not very good. And I'm not going to rely on Houston to continue to make mistakes offensively either. So, Steelers are going to have a lot of cleaning up to do at halftime if they want to win this football game. Kickoff is returned inside the 5. He's going to turn up the field, get to the outside, trying to find something, cuts back to the inside, gets some space, and gets tackled still inside the 20 by Ben Skoranek. The Pro Bowler, Ben Skoranek. Isn't the national championship in Miami too? Where the Dolphins play? All right, 1st and 10 is going to be a handoff play, and he's going to get tackled for a gain of about 4. And I know that was one run play, but let's see if Houston decides to get a little aggressive here now that they got a little bit of extra space, I guess. So Miami should have a little bit of a home field advantage. I don't know how exactly the college stuff works. I know there's student sections and stuff like that, but. All right, 2nd and 6. Nobody takes a timeout here. Stroud dropping back. He's going to throw it complete, and it's going to be a yard short of the first down. And we got a timeout called. Let's see who was called the timeout. Oh, it's taken by Houston. Okay. Oh, no. Taken by Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's who I thought would have taken the timeout here. So it seemed like Houston was just going to try to play a little bit more passive, but since they got a decent gain on the first play, they just kind of decided to try to get a little bit something. Maybe once they got the first down, they would try to get into field goal range or something of that nature. But let's see what happens on this 3rd down. Steelers, for some reason, struggle with 3rd down defense. We see it on the screen now. Houston 5 for 6, Steelers 0 for 6. And it's going to be a tush push, and looks like he got it. Yeah, oh yeah, he got it for sure on a second try. And I'm surprised Houston didn't take a timeout. But they are in hurry up. He's dropping back. Stroud throws it middle of the field. It's caught. A short gain, mind you. Okay, Houston does take a timeout. So there's 41 seconds left in the second quarter. So now they're going to have one remaining. Yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing, man. It's like, yeah, it's a close game, but Texans are giving you chances here, man. Denver versus Buffalo. I'm excited to watch that game, guys. Honestly, I thought that would have been the AFC Championship game. I think I predicted that to be the AFC Championship game. But that's going to be a good one. A lot of people hating on the Broncos. A lot of people saying that they're not a real one seed, that they're the weakest one seed we've seen in a long time. Just straight hating on Denver, man. And I don't tolerate it. I don't. I say that because they have a really good defense. They have a young quarterback in his second season. Honestly, the recipe they have is a recipe for success, and maybe they didn't have the craziest strength of schedule, right? But neither did the Patriots. I don't really hear people saying that about the Patriots. Just saying. Sure, they beat the Bills, but I mean, I don't know. But if I'm being real, I think New England has been looking like the more scarier team when you compare it to Denver, honestly. And I still think the dark horse team can be the Texans, man. But obviously, I'm hoping that not to be true, of course. All right. So got a full half to play after this. 41 seconds left here in the first half. Stroud gets rid of it, and it is wide open. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it from the hit by Clark. That was a little bit of an awkward throw, but he was able to make the good throw, actually. That's a good hit from Clark, man. He was at the right spot at the right time and hit him where the ball was at. Oh, Clark got injured on that tackle. Dang. All right, it's going to be third down here. It's kind of crazy how concerned I am with every third down. This one, 3rd and 5. Steelers are bringing 4. Stroud gets it complete. Once another 3rd down conversion for Houston, man. You have got to be kidding me. So that was 28 seconds. Houston has no more timeouts. They are around the midfield-ish area. But with no timeouts, it's going to be a little bit tough to try to get into field goal range. Wow, Fairbairn is 35 for 35 inside of 50 yards. His only missed field goals were past 50 yards. He missed 4 this season. 1st and 10 from the 45. Stroud scrambling. He's going to take it himself. No, he's going to throw the ball. Oh, he had him wide open. Collins was wide open. I'm not sure if he overthrew it or if Collins just couldn't catch it. Let's see. It was kind of hard to tell in real time. Looked like he overthrew him. I mean, it was a little bit of both, I think. Now 22 seconds left from the 45. Stroud's going to throw it inbounds. Oh, no, that's incomplete. They call it incomplete. Damn, that was a good hit, too. What a hit from Peyton Wilson there. All right, now the Steelers' kryptonite. 3rd down. Texans are 7 for 8 on 3rd down conversions in this half. Stroud, a little bit of a shimmy move, then gets rid of it. It is caught complete, and he gets out of bounds at midfield. And let's see what the Texans decide to do. If they're going to go punt or try to kick a very long field goal. I'd say just punt the ball. Yeah, they're going to punt the ball. Come on, block. Block. We need a block here. Come on. Good punt. That was the last play of the first half. A punt. Well, that's fun. Okay, 7-6 halftime. Houston up. They're going to be getting the ball after the break. Man, they could be winning this game. That's what's frustrating about it. They could be winning this game realistically. But all right, let's get into the games that happened during the weekend. So the first game that was on Saturday afternoon, the Rams defeated the Panthers by a score of 34-31. And that was a way closer game than I thought it was going to be, without a doubt. Carolina had their chance to win the game. They just couldn't cash in. Rams did their thing. It definitely wasn't pretty. Some would say it was an ugly win for Carolina, but for the Rams, but nonetheless, a win's a win in the playoffs, and they advance. So there you go. Cam Newton was actually at that game too. Then the Saturday night game, which I think was the best game of the playoff slate so far, the Bears defeat the Green Bay Packers by a score of 31-27, in which was a meltdown for the Green Bay Packers. The Packers had that game. They did. Then you have McManus, their kicker, missing field goals. Just a complete meltdown for the Packers. Great win for Chicago. And I'm going to say this. I haven't made the video yet. I will make the video on best rivalries in the NFL. But if the Bears and the Packers continue on this run that they are in, I mean, it's only been one season, okay? But if they continue on it for the next few years, then it's going to be the best rivalry in the NFL once again. Because this year it was actually a rivalry, and it hasn't been a rivalry for years. But it is the oldest rivalry, and if it's going to stay competitive like it has been this season, then maybe I'll say it is the best rivalry in the NFL once again, okay? Like I said, I'm not biased when I say the Steelers and Ravens is the best rivalry in the NFL. I'm not biased. Then the first game yesterday was the Bills and the Jaguars. Jaguars looked like they were going to pull off the win. But the Bills cashed in, and Lawrence made a mistake, threw an interception on the Jaguars' last drive. I actually wasn't able to really watch this game too much or at all, but I did watch the highlights. And, I mean, I picked the Bills to win. And when I picked them to win, I made it clear that I wasn't picking them because they were the better team. I was picking them because they had the most experience. And I think that experience showed in yesterday's game. Because that's what it comes down to in these playoff games. A good portion of the time is the experience. And the afternoon game yesterday between the Niners and the Eagles, the Niners defeat the Eagles by a score of 23-19. Pretty good defensive game. Eagles had a little bit of a fraudulent run this year, and that showed. Okay, and the play calling wasn't that good for the Eagles either. They had the fourth down, right? I think it was 4th and 11 on their last play, and they run 4 verticals on their last play. Yeah, not a good play call from the Eagles. I mean, it benefited the Niners, but it benefited me too because I picked the Niners to win that game, so there you go. But, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of conversation for what the Eagles are going to do in the offseason. Again, going into the season, it's not like I expected the Eagles to be super crazy or anything like that. I don't know. But that's what I predicted them to be first-round exits a month ago or so. And then the Sunday Night Football game last night between the Patriots and the Chargers. Patriots completely dominated as far as the Patriots defense to Justin Herbert. They won by a score of 16-3 in their first home playoff game since 2019, 2018. I think 2019, something like that. The Patriots are back, man. They are back. And we're just going to have to deal with it. We're just going to have to deal with it. But Mike Tomlin's, the Steelers' record is in threat here. Oh, they were doing a drone show for the halftime show at Heinz Field, and it looked like it was Hines Ward that was on the drone. I heard a stat that Herbert has only thrown 1 touchdown in 3 playoff games combined. That is bad. That is bad. Is that true, really? Okay, because I know last year he didn't have a good performance. This year he definitely didn't have a good performance. In 20 when they played the Jaguars in the wild card round, they scored, I think, 30 points? And he didn't have a touchdown pass in that game? That's crazy. Or I mean, maybe that was his only touchdown throw. I don't know. But okay, yeah. Man, Chargers are always they're a good team and they typically stay relevant for the most part, but they just can't get over the hump. It's been a long time that the Chargers have been in an AFC championship game. What the heck? Then you got the matchups next week. Let's talk about the matchups next week. Let's see. All right, so there's only one game that's TBD, to be determined, and that is whoever the Patriots are going to be hosting. But on here, it's showing the 2 Saturday games will be the 49ers at the Seahawks and the Bills at the Broncos. Honestly, I think they might put the Seahawks and the Niners as the primetime game. If I had to guess, unless they want Josh Allen as a primetime game, I don't know. But I mean, you can't go wrong with either or. I think both are going to be pretty good games. I'm hesitant a little bit with the Niners and Seahawks game because the Niners won't have George Kittle, and their offense looked bad against the Seahawks defense with George Kittle. So without George Kittle, that's going to be tough. I'm liking this drone show. So yeah, I mean, if you had to ask me who I'm favoring Seattle in that game. That's just, yeah, it's gonna be tough for the Niners. I mean, they've dealt with a lot of adversity this season, with a lot of injuries, and it's gonna be tough going up against the number 1 seed in the NFC. John Harbaugh made it clear he's going to coach. The question is where he interviewed. If I'm Harbaugh, I'm not going to the Raiders. I'm not. Sure, it's in Vegas, right? People love Vegas. I think the right landing spot for Harbaugh is either Atlanta or Miami. I think Miami or Atlanta. Honestly, I'd rather go to Miami, honestly. Between those two, I guess. But if it goes to the Raiders, honestly, I don't think that makes a difference for the Raiders. They have much more problems. And I think it starts at the very, very top. And they got rid of Pete Carroll after 1 year. 1 year. And it seems like this day and age in the NFL, organizations are cutting it loose pretty quick with these head coaches. I mean, we've seen a lot of head coaches gone after a season. I don't remember that happening a lot when I first started watching, but now that's happening pretty often. So I favor the Seahawks in the game against the Niners. Bills and Broncos, honestly, that could go either way. It really can. Josh Allen's going to have a tough time against that Broncos defense. That Broncos defense is legit, by the way. I'm not buying into the fact that the Broncos are a fraudulent team. I'm just not buying into that fact. I think they're a really good team. But their first game, they are so happening just to face the most experienced team in the playoffs on the AFC side. So it's going to be tough. Took down the billboard going into Vegas saying compete with Pete Carroll and it. Yeah, I mean, they were really competing with. I remember you talking about that. And I don't know when I said it, but it was very far into the season where I'm like, okay, they're not competing. So they should take that down. So it's good that they wound up taking it down. I don't know how long it took for them to take it down, but yeah. Okay, but honestly, I don't know what the organization was expecting. I really don't. Like, you really thought did they really think that they're going to be a playoff contender with the pieces that they currently have? Like, they are far from a playoff team right now. I don't really think that's on Pete Carroll too much. That organization is a complete wreck right now. So again, I'm not going to make it out seem like Pete Carroll was great or anything this year, but I don't think he was the complete problem there. And look at how many head coaches the Raiders have had. So, I mean, what, all the head coaches are the problem for the Raiders? Is that what you're telling me? No, that can't be what's happening. And if that's the case, if all the head coaches are the problem, then that means it's the front office that's the problem anyways, right? That's what I get out of it. All right, second half is about to start. Showing the pretty nice. That's a nice skyline of the city of Pittsburgh. All right, well, hey, Steelers are still in this game. That's as long as they're still in this game, that could mean a lot, man. You said road trip to Pittsburgh? I mean, that's a couple miles, man. Just a few miles. All right, second half is underway, and we got a return here. And he gets tackled at the 26-yard line. And C.J. Stroud and the Texans, mainly C.J. Stroud, is trying to shake off the bit of the cobwebs that he's been facing in this game. Let's see what Tomlin has to say. He doesn't think we're winning third down situations. I mean, yeah, that's showing on the scoreboard. Stroud rolling out. He's going to throw a complete first down. Houston. Pretty easy first down for the Texans. Gosh, Mark telling about the defense. Yeah, it is the offense that's the problem. I don't know. Okay, so like Houston is keeping the Steelers in this game. That's really what it is right now. Run play, all blocks up front, first down. Houston, that is Marks on the first down, just running right past the Steelers defenders. Wow. It's concerning from the Steelers side, man, because Houston's making the mistakes, not the Steelers. Houston's making the mistakes, and they're still up. 100 rushing yards total for Houston now in this game after that run. Now at the 45. Play action. He's going to throw middle of the field. It is caught. First down, Houston. How many times have we said that in this game, in this season? Caught middle of the field. Oh, Hayward's shaking up now. Hey, man, I am so tired of saying open middle of the field. I am so tired of saying that, man. And now it's like Houston's breaking down the Steelers' defense. Man, offensive side, I mean, we got to see what the offense brings to the table, but we haven't seen anything from the Steelers' offense other than that first drive. They were moving the ball that first drive. They were hitting Metcalf. That drive stalled out, though. They wound up kicking a field goal. I'm sorry, that wasn't the first drive. That was a second drive. They looked good, and then they wound up having to kick a field goal. And then they haven't really moved at all after that. Especially the last two drives. It's like they can't even get any yards. Wow, man. It's like we're at a point where we need to rely on Houston to continue to make mistakes to win this game. Oh, Championship Sunday, January 25th. And I like the time slots that they have on Championship Sunday. 12 o'clock and 3:30. I like that. Wow, 3 plays, 3 first downs. That is not. 4 fumbles for CJ Stroud. Tight end moving around. It's going to be another handoff play, extra space again. And that's going to be another gain of 9. I mean, look at the hole that opens up in this at the line. That's just too easy. He doesn't. All he has to do is run through it. Doesn't need to make a move, nothing. Just has to run straight through it. 2nd and 1. I'm expecting another run play from Houston here. Why not? It's working. And that's exactly what they do. And he's able to get himself the first down. Actually pushing and shoving after the play. That's not going to take the first down off of the board. I still find it weird how they have like no networks or anything attached to any of these games. So, well, we'll find out. I've never seen that before. Another run play. Let's see if it's successful. And it picks up 4, actually, the least successful run play that they've had in this drive. So there's some progress, I guess. And it seems like after that second or third or fourth fumble, whatever it was, for CJ Stroud, they've really started to rely on the run game. Heavy. And it's been working a lot. 2nd and 6. Stroud looks right, throws right, gets it to his tight end, completes. And he is stopped. Gain of about 2. Oh, here we go. 3rd down. Let's see. It's hard to get excited for 3rd downs right now. Houston 7-9 on conversions. Towels are waving over there in Pittsburgh. From the 14. Stroud, pump fakes. Scrambling. He's going to throw it, and it is intercepted. Intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get another turnover. That one in the red zone. Eccles on the pick. Let's get into the end zone after that, man. Come on, offense. We need something. There we go, Eccles. That was huge, man. Stroud kind of threw it low, didn't he? It's a bit of an underthrown ball by Stroud, I think. Now, realistically, how long would a road trip take from here to Pittsburgh? Let's see. Let's see. It says 34 hours and 55 minutes. See, I'm not sure if that's nonstop or not, but it's a lot of driving. That is a lot of driving. I mean, it's that the offense isn't giving them a lot of time to throw the ball either, but yeah, the offense as a whole is just struggling. Honestly, that's how I see it. Nonstop, I'm down there. Well, I'm down now. Damn, nonstop? All right. Handoff play, Jalen Warren. Able to fight for some extra yards. Okay, turns into a good run from Jalen Warren there. Houston Texans ends up with the football, but he was already down on the ground. Isn't Eccles an undrafted rookie too? Pretty good story there. There's a hand warmer in the end zone that nobody's picked up. 2nd and 3 for the Steelers. So another give. Warren tries to fight for the first down, and it just completely depends on where they spot him. It was pretty close. And they're going to give him the first down. Okay. We'll take it. He needs to get out of the pocket and scramble. He throws the ball away too quick. The disadvantages of having a older quarterback, unfortunately. But I agree. I mean, he does have some wheels left, you know. The problem is, it's like the pocket collapses pretty fast. And the Steelers are going to go false start. That's exactly what we needed. Exactly what we needed in that situation. Awesome. Cool. Great. What's up with Johnny Smith getting a lot of false starts, man? Didn't he have one last week too? Hey, he's a veteran tight end, man. Yeah, they haven't even gone to DK Metcalf in a while. 2 receptions, 42 yards. I think those were both on within the first 2 drives, I believe. Now 1st and 15 after the false start. It's going to be a quick pass to Calvin Austin, and that gets nothing. Oh, do we love some screen passes in Pittsburgh? Why are we going screen pass on when you need 15 yards to get? I understand you want to get the ball off quick, but why are you doing it when you need 15 yards? It doesn't make that much sense to me. MVS in motion. Goes to the left side. He's going to get it complete. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Austin takes a pretty good shot. And it's going to be 3rd and long, even with that completed pass. All right, so we're just going to try 2 short passes. Like, I mean, I guess it's a manageable down within 9 yards, but still. Rodgers going to throw it middle of the field. It is caught. MVS, first down, Pittsburgh. Okay. Get the first. Come on. I'm trying to get hyped again, man. Honestly, this game hasn't been too hyped. I'm trying to get hyped up again. I felt like I had a lot of energy in the first quarter or so. They're going to give it to Kenny G, who tries to get to the outside, and he gets a yard behind the line of scrimmage. I understand the reason I wanted to break back to the outside, but, I mean, there wasn't anything anywhere. And honestly, doing that caused him. All right, 2nd and 2 after that loss from Kenny G. He's going to pump fake. He has to get rid of it. Get rid of the ball. Finally does, and that was almost intercepted. Rodgers getting chased down by a few linemen, by the way. I mean, it's a 3-man rush. Come on, guys. A 3-man rush? And two of them get past you like that? That's bad. That is so bad. On a three-man rush. And I'm not sure how much urgency they have. Okay, they do get it off in time. Rodgers has some time. He's going to take a shot down the field. And it is incomplete. Austin looking for a flag. I think he just kind of stumbled on his own. Damn it. He had him open, too. He was open. There was a little bit of contact, but I don't think that's enough to call the penalty. I don't think so. But he had him beat, man. Wayman with a nice punt. It's going to be returned and going to be down at the 30. Gosh, this offense, man. Oh, Rodgers just needed more mustard on that throw, man. If Rodgers put a little bit more power into that throw, that probably could have been a touchdown. And damn, I mean, we knew this was going to be a tough matchup, but the Steelers line can't even protect a three-man rush. That's pretty bad. And the Texans offense is doing nothing special. If anything, they're like, hey, we know you guys are struggling. Let's give you guys a chance here because you guys are completely struggling. And the Steelers do nothing with them. Every opportunity that was given to the Steelers, they have done nothing with them. I mean, what? They've amounted to 3 points with the turnover? We haven't heard much about special teams. Maybe they need to make a big play. I mean, yeah. I mean, that'd be great. Special teams make a big play. It's just the fact that we have to rely on this stuff like that, man. That's the part that sucks. So Austin ran a good route. They're showing the replay of that incompletion. He ran a good route. Okay, well, okay. So apparently Austin didn't run his correct route, but why are we having again so much miscommunication on the offensive side? I don't get it. It's the playoffs, man. Bootleg is going to be a completed pass to his receiver who stumbles and then gets tackled at the 35. It's like, man, you get that stuff hashed out in the preseason and the first few weeks of the season. We've seen this every single week with this team, man. Come on, guys. Oh, they have all the receivers right there with the iPad. 2nd and 5. Flag is thrown as soon as the ball is snapped. Legal motion on the offense. Okay. It's going to be 2nd and 10 after that. Oh, they're showing all the mysteries from CJ Stroud tonight. That's just this scoreboard update. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. This game kind of reminds me of the Patriot game when the Steelers played the Patriots a little bit. 2nd and 10, Stroud. Scrambling, then gets sacked, I believe. Sacked a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Yep, that is a sack. All right. Now it's going to bring 3rd down. This is what the Steelers have struggled with. This is what the Houston offense has thrived in. Oh, he had his tight end open. But he didn't. Okay, he just had to scramble as soon as he got the ball. So I wouldn't say that's on CJ on that one. It's just a lot of pressure. Steelers bring 4. Stumbles, and it's going to be incomplete anyways. Honestly, I think he just overthrew Collins regardless. But all right, Steelers get another stop. I mean, this is what we live for, right? Punts, 3 and outs. This is peak football. This is what everybody wants to see. Receivers stumbling on the field. I mean, this is the Steelers football that we all know and love. All right, here's a punt, which is a booming punt. Austin has to backpedal to it, and it's returned past the 20, and he is down at the 29. 3:42 left in the third. Still 7-6. Man, when this game started, it's like it seemed like DK was going to have a big game, and they haven't gotten to him in a long time. But hey, we still got time. We still got time. And again, as long as we are in this game, I like our chances. I like our chances. But this team needs to punch it in the end zone at least once if they want to win this football game. But, man, they really need to get on the same page on the offensive side. It's bad. All right. But, oh, man, I tell you, if the Steelers win this game, it's going to mean a lot, man. They haven't won a playoff game since I was 12. Back in the year 2016. That's a long time, man. I guess technically the year was 2017, but the 2016 season. And, oh, man, they're going to have to go to a familiar foe and play the Patriots in New England, which the Steelers, to my knowledge, have never won a playoff game in New England. Come on, Steelers offense. We want points. We want points. I'm talking about the Steelers offense, not the Texans defense. 1st and 10. Aaron fakes the handoff to Warren. He's going to get it off. Throws it. Floater caught. Adam Thielen. First down, Pittsburgh. Move them chains. Maybe that chant worked a little bit. A good route from Thielen. The distraction by Metcalf is what caused Thielen to get open. Okay. Come on, guys. Come on. From the 45, Aaron. Gonna fake the handoff. Pump fakes. Then throws it to Smith, who tried to break a tackle. And that's another passing play where they lose a yard at least. What if just something weird happens right now? What if the Steelers punt it, pin Houston inside their own 5, and then they take the lead by getting a safety? How crazy would that be? Aaron looking, throws it to the dirt, to the ground. Rodgers took a hit on that play too. Damn, man. That's just straight up, man. And the offensive line has been struggling in this game. All right, 3rd and 11 for the Steelers. Here we go. Rodgers is going to fumble the ball, and the Steelers, McCormick is going to be able to fall on it. So that is a huge break for the Steelers, at least. And that is another stop for the Texas defense. And there's like nothing special. It's a 4-man rush, so it's not like they're running a heavy blitz or anything like that. Upon return, he runs out of bounds. And that's what's really concerning with the Steelers' offensive line. It's not like they're out here with some crazy blitzes or anything like that. They're only rushing 3, 4 guys, and there's not much time. All right, guys, I'll be back in a second. All right. We are back. Where's my drink at? Oh, it's right here. All right. Another drive here for the Texans. Still up by one. Play action, throws, middle of the field. Good coverage. JPJ once again on the coverage there on Nico Collins. Oh, Nico Collins hasn't gotten up. Dang. That's the second time, I believe, in this game that Nico Collins was shaken up. This one looks like, yeah, he fell right on his face. Now we got a 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Stroud 17 for 27, 155 yards. Another muffed snap. CJ Stroud is able to recover this one. Alex Highsmith saw like, man, I should have gotten that one. Dude, come on, Steelers. And we're losing this game. Come on, man. They're making so many mistakes. They are making so many mistakes on this offensive side. Okay, that time Stroud just wasn't prepared for it. At least we could say that time. He just wasn't prepared for it. Dude, this is bad. 3rd and 15. Crowd getting into it. From the 18, CJ Stroud gets it. Has some time. He's going to throw it down the field. Has a man open. It is caught complete by Kirk. First down. Houston, they are now inside of Steelers territory. That is awesome. 3rd and 15, and we're going to let them convert on that. That's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. I mean, look. Not many teams in the playoffs are going to give you opportunities like the Texans have. Okay. If any. That definitely has been the case for the losing streak for the Steelers that they've had. The consecutive losses in the wild card round or just playoffs. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. This is bad. It's almost like the Texans offense is like, here you go, Pittsburgh. Here you go, Pittsburgh. And then the Steelers just look at it and give it right back. So how are we feeling, man? I'm not feeling too great about this. Yeah, we're in the game. That's great. That's awesome. But this shouldn't even. I guess for both sides, you can make the argument. It's like, oh man, Houston should be up big here, or Steelers should at least have the lead here, you know? So you can make the argument for both sides. Will Smith on a National Geographic show, huh? Oh yeah, so it is gonna be in Miami, the Miami and versus Indiana game. Oh, if Ray get a cut on the sideline. Those. All right, Stroud gonna hand it off, and they're gonna get some extra pushes up front for a gain of 3, but looks like that might be coming back. Holding on Houston. That was on Howard. I mean, D'Amico Ryan's doing a heck of a job with his defense in this game. Okay, now 1st and 20. They're going to hand the ball off once again, and he's able to pick up some good yardage for the situation at least. And, Nico Collins is getting carted off. That is not good. Yeah, that was like a weird fall. All right, now 2nd and 13, tight end motioning moves to the inside. Sawyer dropping back. CJ able to get it off to Kirk, and that's going to be about half the yards they needed. I mean, Kirk's been making some pretty explosive plays in this game. I believe he has the lone touchdown of this game, too. All right, 3rd and 6. Steelers show pressure. Let's see if they bring it. They will. Stroud has to get it off, and he does. 1-on-1, incomplete, no flags. Most important. Joey Porter Jr. once again on the coverage. Fairbairn from 51. He has 0 misses from inside of 50. He does have 4 misses from outside of 50. The kick is up, and he drills it. It is good. 10-6. Houston extends the lead. And man, this 4-point lead feels like a 14-point lead with the way this game has been. Okay, Houston's offense clearly isn't at its best. I mean, if this is Houston's offense at its best, there is no way this team made the playoffs. But Steelers, all you probably need is 1 touchdown, maybe. Okay, I'm not going to guarantee and say that all they need is 1 touchdown, but maybe that's all you need. Just 1. Come on, guys. His points are really hard to come by. I like this Pizza Hut commercial, by the way. You know what, man? Since Brady's retired, you know, he's... I'm not gonna lie, man. He actually seems like a cool guy, you know? I guess I just didn't like him being on the Patriots, but, you know, he's actually all right. Honestly, I think he's a pretty good commentator. I actually like him and is it Burkhardt or Bernhardt? I forgot how to pronounce his name. But they do a pretty good job on Fox, man. They're going to have to do something. Apparently, they're not on the same page, which, I mean, are we even in film? Do we even go to the film room? Like, what? Why are we so off sync at this point in the year? I don't know. But yeah, Pizza Hut's one of my go-tos, only because it's kind of cheap. They do deals and stuff, so I don't mind it. And we talk about chain pizza. I think that's probably my favorite. All right, kickoff from Fairbairn. And it looks like it's going to be Kenny G that's going to get the return. Trying to get a block from Jalen Warren, and he gets tackled past the 30, a little bit past the 30. Damn, that is insane, the stats for this postseason. All right. Hey, Aaron. Come on. Adds it off to Gaino, who gets a block, turns it up the field, and is out of bounds at the 45. Exactly what happens when the Steelers pick up some blocks. Kenny G and Jalen Warren will do their thing. Awesome. Now, can we get another first down? And perhaps a first down after that. Seems like we can get one first down in a drive, but we can't pick up momentum after that. Let's go. Come on. They're now in shotgun. Kenny G to Rodgers is left. Hey, Aaron looking left, now looking right. Going through his progressions. Floats one. Austin. Did he catch that? They're going to say incomplete. Damn it. Good effort from Austin, at least. Let's see. Yeah, it hit the ground. Hey, valuable effort from Austin, though. I mean, that was really good coverage. And again, I don't understand why they like to throw the deep ball to Austin. I don't know. He's a speedster, yeah, but when you have a 50-50 ball like that, he's not a big guy. And I've played a Gainwell and just runs into a curtain from the Texans. Why are you running that at a shotgun when that hasn't worked the entire game? I don't know. I have no idea why they would run out of shotgun if it hasn't worked a single time in this game. Now another 3rd and long in this game. 12 to be exact. 1 for 9 in 3rd down conversions. 1 for 9. Aaron gets sacked. Lost the ball too. Recovered by Houston. He's going to run it into the end zone. Unless he was down, that is going to be a Houston touchdown. Yep, they're going to call it a Houston touchdown. Okay, yeah, that was a fumble. Yep, touchdown Houston, extra point from the left hash by Fairbairn. It's up and it's good, 17-6 Houston, and this is an embarrassing performance, man, honestly. And I'm saying that I'm saying that because the Steelers have had well more than enough chances to have the lead in this football game. That's another 4-man rush. They're not even blitzing, man. They're not even blitzing. It's a 4-man rush. Gosh, man. Come on. All right, kick is off. It's going to be returned from Kenny G. Oh, nice little hurdle move. Breaks the tackle. Finally tackled. He's able to get past the 30. More closer to the 35. But, I mean, does it really matter with this Steelers offense, the way they've looked? I don't know. I don't think so. All right. The Steelers offense has given up more points than they've scored. See what they could do. Rodgers has time now. He's going to take a shot downfield to Pat Freiermuth, and he overthrows Freiermuth. Maybe he didn't run his route. I don't know. I had to say that, man, because apparently these receivers haven't ran their routes. I don't know. Rodgers takes it. He's going to dunk it off to Warren, who gets hit as soon as he catches the football. I mean, at least he's able to hang on to the ball, right? They go hurry up. Rodgers dropping back. He's going to throw it. That's Pat Freiermuth able to hang on to the ball. Great catch from Pat Freiermuth. Now there's a flag, because why wouldn't there be a flag? Please tell me that's on Houston. Ooh. 12 men on the field. Is that what we're calling? Okay. All right. Okay. Great catch by Freiermuth. Yeah, that's just bad. The Steelers have literally given up more points on offense than they've scored on offense. You know how bad that sounds? that didn't get through my head until I thought about it. Rodgers scrambling. Oh, did he fumble the ball again? Oh, he recovered it. Tried to take off, but then got tripped. Gosh, these guys are just having a field day. Damn. All right, Rodgers has been sacked 4 times in this game. He's looking. Has to avoid pressure once again. Now he's going to take a shot, and it is incomplete. There was a little bit of contact there, wasn't there? Well, incomplete. It was finally able to, I guess, target Metcalf. No, that was a contact. That just went through his hands. Okay, Metcalf hasn't gotten a single reception since the second drive. 3rd and 13. Rodgers gets it. It's deflected at the line. Incomplete. That's another drive that's going to stall out for the Steelers offense. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Okay, yes, Houston has the best defense in the NFL, but these are 4-man rushes, man. He got hit in the face, too, by the way. And the Steelers are going to punt the ball, which I don't know exactly the logic between punting the ball right now, but what do I know? It's going to be a fair catch and almost muffed, but not muffed. I'm not. So now we're going to have to rely on a miracle by punting the football there. You know what, man? I'm taking a seat. I'm done standing for this game. This is ridiculous. This is not a fun watch. Oh. All right, that's low enough. And I usually don't sit for these games either. I usually don't sit during Steeler games. But, yeah, this one isn't one for the ages. So. You know, and I don't know how confident I feel with either of these teams going into New England. Even if the Steelers somehow come back and win this game, I don't know how confident I feel going into New England. And it's different if the game was just close and the Steelers offense couldn't really get much going. But, oh, man, that's not the game. No, it's not over yet. I mean, it's going to take a lot for this Steelers team to come back. And it's going to take the Steelers to put up points on the offensive side. That's where I'm like, damn. Drake May is going to smash on whoever wins tonight. Drake May, man, he's a really good quarterback, and I think he should win the MVP this year, and yes, over Stafford. But I think they're going to give it to Stafford. All right, now Houston's just going to run the ball here, which is probably what they're going to do all 3 plays unless they get a 3rd and short or so, or 3rd and medium. But they're able to get 2. That would help pick for TD. Shoot. In this game, they had a turnover, and that only applied to 3 points, and that started in the red zone. I think it started in the red zone. It's either started in the red zone or outside the red zone. I'm not too sure. He drops back to throw, and that's going to be a 1st down, Houston. Well, these guys using trash cans or anything like that, man? No. I don't know. I'm just coming up with stuff now. Besides, they're a Houston team, you know. All right, 1st down for Houston. Running back standing practically straight up. And he gets it up to Chubb. Chubb breaks a tackle. And with 4 progress, that's going to be a gain of about 2 or 3. Damn. I just wonder what the defense is going through right now because they actually haven't played like too bad of a game. Another give to Chubb, and he gets down at the 30. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4. See if Houston decides to throw the ball here or just run it. I would just run the football. There's no risk to throw it and get it incomplete and stop the clock. There is no risk. There's no need to risk that. All right, but here we go. No, they are going to throw the ball. Pressure's there. They get the 1st down. That is Kirk, of course, and he's running right down the field. Still on his feet, breaks a tackle, gets down at the 35. And, yeah, that's where we're at in this game. That is where we're at in this game. Woo! Damn. He's torching out 8 receptions, 144 yards for Kirk. And another short run gain for Houston. And with every 1st down Houston gets, it's just less and less likely that the Steelers are going to be able to come back and have a shot at winning this game. We're now under 6 minutes left. 11-point game. Woody Marks approaching the century mark in rushing yards. Now to Chubb. And he's down at the 30. Oh, yeah, we just gave a career high. And rushing. Sounds like a Steeler thing. I wouldn't use a timeout just yet. All right, 3rd and 3, Houston in shotgun, and they're going to run it here, and it's straight up the middle, 1st down. And honestly, I think that's the game unless the flag's on Houston, but it doesn't look that way. No, it's against the Steelers. Yeah, it was on Eccles. Oh my gosh. And I feel bad for the fans that are there, man. I really do. When the ball, he honestly just gave himself up. Wound up not getting anything, which, I mean, does it really even matter at this point? Probably not too much. All right, yeah, okay. So they're talking about how the Steelers are open to bringing Aaron Rodgers back. Don't. Do not. All right, if they wind up losing that game, which is looking apparent. Another give to Chubb. And he's tackled by Patrick Queen. And there's another flag on the field. See what they're going to call it on. That calls on Herbig. I mean, you know, the team, the defense seems kind of done. They seem kind of over it, which, you know, I'm not going to put the blame on the defense. They did what they had to do to win the football game. You know, they got a turnover and gave the Steelers a short field. That didn't turn into a touchdown. That turned into 3 points. First and goal. Whistles blow before. Flag is. All right, it was false start on Houston. Oh, yes. Let's bring up the 19 seasons without a losing record. Yes, we've done so much with that. We've done so much. We've done so much with not having a losing season in the last 15 years. Yes. How many Super Bowls do we have in that span? Breaks free. That's a touchdown for Houston. And that's going to close the show for the Steelers season. That's it. That's it. We're done. We're done. We're done. Coach had too much faith in Rodgers. Rodgers sucks. Organization has too much faith in Tomlin, man. Organization has too much faith in Tomlin. They got to get rid of Tomlin. Like, okay, yeah, they won last week. You could easily say that last week was a fluke, right? Because of a missed field goal. Fairbairn, extra points up and good, 24-6. Houston, 3:38 left in the fourth quarter. Honestly, just either bring out Mason Rudolph or Will Howard in the situation, I'd say. I don't think they did. I don't think they played Renegade tonight. So, okay, Friday I'll go live talking about the Steelers season as I did last year. I think I'm going to make that a bit of a tradition. Unless they pull off some crazy miracle here. But, yeah, I'm not sure what time. I'll figure it out. I know last year I did it like super late. I'll try to do it at a reasonable time this time around. And this just already proves the point that I made before the season even started, man. It's Aaron Rodgers, although he's good, I'm not gonna say that he's not good. And they fumble the return. Kenny G actually has some space, and that turns out to be a decent um, return. This has been the worst playoff game this week. It's either this one or last night. I mean, to us, it feels like the worst one, right? Oh my gosh, man. I take no pride in this either. Rodgers throws it deflected. He was looking for Metcalf. It gets deflected at the line of scrimmage. I take no pride in being right in this because I knew it before. It's not the players, man. It's clearly a coaching problem in Pittsburgh. It is clearly a coaching problem. Offensive coach, defensive coach, bump, and Gainwell drops the football. This team is done. They're crowds booing them. They're not even. Offense has been out of sync all game. You have T.J. Watt that hasn't even won a playoff game in his career, and he's had a great career as a Steeler. It's like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? We're not winning Super Bowls. We're not even close to being contenders, Super Bowl contenders. So, like, oh, man. Can he throw over 200 yards? If he does, he's going to be padding the stats at this point. 2 for 12 on third down conversions. Houston brings 4. Gainwell gets it up to Gainwell for a few, and that's not even close to the first down marker. So there's going to be a lot of questions going into this offseason, man. A lot. They're showing Cameron Hayward there. They're showing Tomlin right there. All right, 4th and 5. Rodgers dropping back. He's going to throw it. Intercepted. And is he going to take it all the way back? Is he going to take it all the way back? Oh, he takes it all the way back. Yeah. Yeah. He takes it all the way back. Because why not? That is the nail in the coffin. That is it for the Steelers season. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I agree now, Cholo Trucker. This is the worst playoff game of the year so far. Yes, pick 6. Hey, we get a shout out. We got a shout out, Shoot. They put up a 30-piece on us. And 2 touchdowns. The Houston defense has scored more points than the Steelers offense. You know how terrible that is? Oh man, I really feel for the fans that were there. I really feel for them. Because I know what that's like. I know what it is, how it is to pay for a game and and watch the Steelers get completely demolished, man. I know what that's like in prime time. It may or may not have happened to me this season. May or may not have. And what's worse is like the Texans did nothing special in this game. The Steelers just played. Steelers offense just played like garbage, man. Fairbairn Missed that kick. He completely shanked it. I don't even know what happened there. Is that the turning point in this game, guys? Was the missed field goal a turning point in this game? I don't know what happened. He just shanked it. Well, all the Steelers need is 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. That's it. 239. Still got all 3 timeouts. I don't even think the Steelers know what the plans are for the future, and that's the scary part, man. That's really the scary part. All right, at least we're gonna get it from the 35. Can be worse. At least you guys went to the playoffs, not like my Cowboys. Well, I mean, we didn't really compete in the playoffs, but yeah, I guess it's you know what the Steelers are. I think the Steelers are the AFC version of the Cowboys. I think that's what they are. Yeah, the Cowboys had a bit of a down season, but I think from the beginning of the season, it was like the Cowboys were kind of screwed because they traded away because Jerry Jones traded their best player. So I think it was kind of expected for the Cowboys to at least have a down year. Of course, that's not what's wanted, right? But I mean, they put themselves in a bad situation. They did get themselves a couple of pieces defensively, but they didn't have a good defensive coordinator, the Cowboys. So if they could get a good defensive coordinator next season and keep the pieces that they have, they could be a good football team, man. I mean, they have a really good offense if they're able to keep George Pickens. And we traded away George Pickens for a 3rd rounder, and he was top 3 in receiving yards this year. That's awesome. That makes me feel great about that trade. Oh my gosh. Hey, no, man, nothing but the best for George Pickens. I mean, he didn't really get the good quarterback situation in Pittsburgh. Clearly, there's a lot that Pittsburgh needs to improve on. So I don't know if he was ever going to get that shine in Pittsburgh. So um, it's good that he has a stable quarterback and a good offense around him to be able to give him the football. You know, but it's a bit of the same now. And the Steelers, or I'm sorry, Mike Tomlin, I believe, is going to have 0-7 or a 7-game losing streak in the playoffs. And that's going to tie the most in NFL history with Marvin Lewis. Tomlin's the Marvin Lewis of this generation. Marvin Lewis he led the Bengals to quite a few playoff games. They had that curse, and every time the Bengals made some noise, they looked like they were going to be a Super Bowl contender. They lost in the first round. That's what the Steelers are. I mean, I don't know if they've ever looked like a Super Bowl contender, but they're out in the first round. With the exception of 2017, where they were the 2nd seed. The only reason why they made it to the 2nd round was because they didn't have a game in that first round. That crowd is empty. You know what's worse about this loss, man, is that I had perfect predictions. I had perfect predictions for this round, and now I don't. I'm going 5-1 this week. All right, Steelers handed off to Jalen Warren, breaks a nice tackle, I guess, and he is stopped at the 40. We have the draft now. That we do. And we have that third-round pick that we got from the Dallas Cowboys for George Pickens. All right, we're just handing the ball off now. A little bit of scuffling going on. Now we're going to get a 4th and 2. Rodgers is on the sideline now. I didn't even realize that. Rudolph going to throw it complete to Austin, and Austin looks like he got the first down. And why not just put Will Howard in there? I don't understand. Right? Why not just put Will Howard in there at this point? You're just to give him some snaps, man. I'll laugh when we score a touchdown with Rudolph here. Oh, they're just going to continue to run the ball here with Warren. Nice, strong running from Warren here, and he's going to get the first down. I mean, they should just drop the schedule for next week. I mean, it's over. It's over. Another give to Warren, and he's going to get tackled right at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to end the season. Oh, man, I'm sick and tired of this, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Well, I mean, it was expected. Getting completely blown out wasn't, though. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, Andrew. Well, I'll probably go live next week for a game, and I'll probably go live the following week for championship weekend. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what game I decide to do. It's probably going to be one of the AFC games because Team AFC, right? That's probably going to do it for Aaron Rodgers' career. I have no clue what this organization is going to do this offseason. Just like I had no clue what this organization was trying to do for this season. That's it for this one, guys. Because honestly, I don't know. I really don't know what to say anymore. It's just more of the same. They brought you have different faces in the season or on the field, but it's more of the same. That's it for this one, guys. You guys have a good night. We have next year, Andrew. We have next season. And if I have it my way, let's have a rebuilding season as far as the Steelers. Because like I said, Dallas could actually, if they get a good defensive coordinator and build a little bit more pieces defensively, they can be a legit contender. As for the Steelers, most of these players are old on the defensive side. They were one of the youngest teams a few years ago. Now they're one of the oldest. So it's like, I don't know. I do not know. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. I will go live on Friday to talk about the Steelers season. What I think went wrong, what I think went right, and Team MVP, all that stuff. I'll catch you guys then. You guys have a good one.